Fuzzy pajamas. Hi there. Cubicle walls got you feeling trapped? Corporate Confessions is serving up an escape plan. This week, we ditch the office drama for the freedom and fuzzy pajamas of remote work. Let's see if it's a work-from-home dream or a productivity nightmare. Oh, the cubicle. That glorious, or maybe not so glorious, four-walled testament to office life. Fluorescent lights, questionable break room smells, and the constant symphony of keyboard clicks and water cooler gossip. It's an environment some thrive in, but for others, me, it can be a recipe for cubicle claustrophobia. That's where the siren song of remote work comes in. For years, I was a staunch defender of the traditional office setup. But then, the winds of change blew, and I found myself venturing into the uncharted territory of remote work. Let me tell you, it's been a wild ride, filled with both unexpected joys and some challenges I never saw coming. The good. Number 1. Goodbye, commute. Hello, extra sleep. No more battling rush hour traffic or wrestling with a malfunctioning office coffee machine. Those precious pre-work minutes can now be spent catching some extra Z's, whipping up a healthy breakfast, or even squeezing in a quick yoga session. Because let's face it, yoga pants are basically the official uniform of remote work. Number 2. Silence is golden, except for maybe the occasional bark. One of the biggest perks? Ditching the constant office chatter. Working from home allows me to focus on tasks without the distraction of noisy colleagues or impromptu meetings about stapler malfunctions. Although, the occasional bark from my over-enthusiastic dog can throw a wrench into that peaceful silence. Number 3. The art of the home office oasis. Gone are the days of being confined to a beige cubicle. My home office is now a haven of comfort and creativity. Fairy lights, comfy throws, and a strategically placed houseplant. I've curated a workspace that sparks joy and productivity. The bad, but not that bad. Number 1. The struggle is real, to avoid cabin fever. Let's be honest, working from home can get lonely. The lack of water cooler chats and casual Friday lunches can leave you feeling a bit isolated. But fear not, fellow remote warriors. There are ways to combat cabin fever: virtual coffee dates, and even joining online communities specifically for remote workers. Number 2. The blur between work and life, especially when your fridge is just a few steps away. One of the biggest challenges is maintaining a healthy work-life balance. The constant temptation to just check one more email, or squeeze in a quick work task after dinner can lead to burnout. Setting boundaries and sticking to a schedule is key, and yes, that includes resisting the siren song of the fridge every 5 minutes. Number 3. The importance of pajama power, used responsibly. Working from home means ditching the office dress code. And let's be real, there's a certain allure to working in your fuzzy pajamas all day. But comfort shouldn't come at the expense of professionalism. Finding a balance between comfort and presentability is crucial, especially if you have video calls. Bonus confession. The case of the overly enthusiastic coworker, virtually speaking. Transitioning to remote work wasn't without its hiccups. There was the time I scheduled a video call with a new colleague, only to have my cat decide to make a dramatic entrance mid-conversation, complete with a flying hairball incident. Let's just say it wasn't my proudest moment. There was also the overly enthusiastic colleague who bombarded me with virtual high fives and exclamation points in every message. It took some adjusting, but eventually, we found a communication rhythm that worked for both of us. Remember folks, remote work. It's not for everyone, but for those it works, it can be amazing. Remote work isn't a magic bullet. It has its pros and cons, just like any work environment. But for me, the flexibility, freedom, and ability to create a workspace that reflects my personality have made it a game changer. So, if you're curious about remote work, give it a shot. Just remember, it's all about finding what works for you, whether it's embracing the fuzzy pajama life or setting up a dedicated workspace that wouldn't look out of place in a design magazine. The key is to embrace flexibility and create a work environment that fosters your productivity and well-being. So, is it for you? Like and subscribe for more office confessions, and tell us your ultimate work from home perk in the comments. Fuzzy slippers optional, but highly encouraged.